inning was the difference for the weekend for us, really. I thought the 6 that we gave up today in the 4th, and yesterday we gave up a 4 spot, I believe, in the 5th or something like that. I thought that was kind of the difference in the 2 games for us. So disappointing, but also very proud of our guys at the same time.
Any questions?
Ryan just talked through the 4th inning a little more, just how it kind of
Yeah. Boy, we just couldn't get it stopped, I'll tell you. Boy, the one thing they did well all day long today was they executed offensively. They couldn't hit it at somebody, and hit and run several times, a couple bunts here and there, and they just they used that part of their game really, really well, and we just couldn't get it shut down. Again, the kind of offense that we have, you just feel like if we can limit those big innings, we're going to be in each and every game. And even when it was 9-0, I told our guys, I said, it's going to be a pretty good story when we win this thing. I just felt like we were going to be able to make a run. It just came up a little bit short.
Ryan, you maybe one pitch from getting out of the 3rd, you got a ground ball with runners in 2nd and 3rd, and all of a sudden the ball's a couple feet over your second baseman's head. So you get the feeling at that point, hey man, this is just
not in that.
Baseball gods below you against
No, I mean, you know what? I mean, that's part of baseball. It's part of the game. There's a couple tight calls at first. A ball bounces over our head. I think that's all part of the game. That's all part of facing some adversity, and we've been through those wars and those fires all year long, and I don't think that fazed us one bit on what was going to happen. Again, that's in the 3rd inning. It's a 3-0 game at that time, and there was no panic on our end. Again, we felt like we were right in the game.
What do you hope Bryce can learn from this, being a freshman in an elimination game scenario?
Experience. I think the experience he, got this year was invaluable. We talked coming into the conference tournament, coming into regional tournament. He's a guy that was starting some midweek games for us early in the year, and right out of the chute, his first start was at OU. Then he has a start against OSU. He's got a start against Texas Tech, and I think that kind of led into some weekend starts and where he was very, very good. He pitched a conference championship game last weekend, and I think the experience that he gains here today, should anchor our pitching staff for the next couple of years. So, future is good for Bryce. I think all the experience that he's gained this year will help him in the future.
Matt, how would you explain the way this season has gone? Obviously successful despite a lot of pitching, with the pitching woes and the injuries. Yeah. And then you come here and you have come off a successful conference tournament, and just for two games you got to bus home. How difficult is that to swallow?
Oh, it's always difficult. I think anytime you get beat, that's always leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But again, proud of the way that our guys come out and have competed. And you talked about the adversity, boy, and I think we showed a lot of toughness and a lot of resolve over the last 2 months, really, being able to overcome everything that these guys have overcome. So proud.
Matt, your thoughts on basically the same question?
Yeah, basically the same thing. I'm proud of the way our seniors competed for us all year long, and I want to say I'm very thankful and blessed to have those guys chaperone me throughout the year.
Matt, what did you see from Bryce? Was it just a case where they were able to get contact, or was he kind of missing his marks at times?
Today's just one of those days. He didn't have his best stuff, but I thought he competed well for us. And we ran into a few things that were pretty rotten for us. And that's just the way baseball goes sometimes.
Ryan, talk about players like Brandy and Anthony, and those guys have been through the program.
Oh yeah.
Those guys, just their contributions to getting this team back to an NCAA.
Oh yeah, I think you're looking at the stat sheet here, and you're looking at that middle, and the numbers that they put up this year, especially after a couple of those guys had rough years a year ago, to be able to rebound like they did. We talked all year long about the senior leadership on this team and what those guys meant to us, but you just can't put into words what they've done.
With those injuries, did you feel you could get this far?
Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt in our mind that the depth that we've created over the last couple of years, I think it showed this year. When you have that many injuries and you're decimated to that point, and you're able to go out and win 41 games. I think, you know, that says about your depth, number one, and your resolve, number two, in the way that our guys fought through a lot of that adversity.
Derrian, you would have liked to play obviously more than 2 games this weekend, but you, I assume, take a lot of pride in what the things that you were able to contribute this year, and what kind of season you built for guys like Matt and others to carry on next year.
Yes, sir. Of course, we wanted to play more games, but I mean, gotta be proud of what we've done this year. Led the way for the underclassmen, and no doubt in my mind they'll be back next year.
Matt, do you feel like, you'd like the new season to start next week, or do you need a rest?
Oh no, I mean I don't need a rest. I wish the new season would start, tomorrow, so we can get things going again and get back on the right track.
Ryan, what about yourself? I mean, coaching and being the skipper of this outfit, you have to be proud, obviously, but is it where you could just take a nice sigh of relief and then kind of get going?
No, I'd like to have them all back and do it all over again. So, I think it comes down to the way guys like Matt and some of the younger guys gain some experience, and you take the next couple months, and those guys are getting ready to go all over the country and play some summer baseball, gain some more experience, and come back. And it's about teaching the next group of guys that are coming in the way we want to play and the way we want to approach the game. So, yeah, I wish we could keep playing. I'd like to, but we're in a good place to where we know the guys we got coming back, a good core group, are able to carry on the tradition.
Because that's a pretty good number 4 seed, is it not? St. John's, the way they down
Well,
you last night.
Yeah, we've had this conversation several different times now, and I think we all talked about it. We thought this was the best regional top to bottom, and I think that's pretty evident in the way the games have gone. St. John's plays a heck of a game last night, and a close game that comes down to the 9th inning, and they obviously played well here today too. It's an outstanding club. I thought they did a really good job on the mound today, especially. I thought offensively they executed the way they needed to execute, but I thought they were especially good on the mound today.
Any other questions? Thank you.